So Think Tank is a really unique group within Chamber. We look at issues that traditionally affect the economy as a whole, the workforce, the population.
We're quite lucky in some ways, also challenging, because we have other Chamber groups that cover the likes of digital, that cover the likes of skills, and so sometimes we find that there is some overlap, but we've still found some really exciting projects to work on.
So I think one of the biggest benefits of joining Think Tank for me is that it's allowed me to network with people that I would never usually come across in my normal 9 to 5. I've been exposed to a lot of different sectors, so I've gained a far better understanding of the economy, how Chamber operates, and things that are important to different businesses.
Think Tank to me is an opportunity to get involved in a number of different hot topics on the Isle of Man. So we've been involved with projects such as elections, or housing, or cannabis, for example. So you never really know what topic's coming next, which is quite exciting. And it's great to dig into the detail of each topic and then provide some useful output to other Chamber groups and to Chamber members too.
I think for me, Think Tank's quite exciting because it means that I get to do different things outside of my usual job. So being engaged in projects on housing and the elections and medicinal cannabis and how that fits into the economy, these are all things that I wouldn't normally come across, so it's really deepened my understanding of current issues. So I think in terms of our big projects that we've achieved in the last 24 months, the first one was we worked on a project with the election, so we engaged all wider Chamber members in economy sectors and asked them what really mattered to them. We had the real opportunity to highlight what concerns businesses had, what businesses needed, and the questions that businesses wanted answered. I think one of the benefits of Think Tank is that you absolutely get access to people and information that you wouldn't normally be able to find online or in the newspaper, and that gives us a chance to really work at the heart of problems that businesses need solutions to.
I think it was really refreshing as well to get some engagement from younger business professionals too. Elections is not necessarily the most exciting topic that you could think of, but actually when we dug into it and when we looked into elections and engagement and attendance figures, for example, at polls, there was a real clear need to engage the younger population. So we had some really good talks with some different focus groups that exist to try and help younger people engage in the elections, and we were really pleasantly surprised at the feedback and engagement that we got there. So we had some great speakers come in. The head of the election process from the government came in and talked to us through the process. So from a personal learning point of view and a learning journey, that was really helpful for me too. And that's something that I wouldn't have had if I wasn't a member of Think Tank.
So our membership generally extends from junior associates within businesses, starting out within the first year or two, up towards senior management level and executives. There's no prerequisite level of skill, knowledge, and it really is, we're open to everyone at any level.
I think that environment helps to create quite a sort of unique dynamic in each of the meetings. You have your junior staff members of different businesses that maybe wouldn't normally contribute, and it gives them the confidence to contribute to meetings. And then of course you've got your chief executives, for example, that are on the Think Tank as well. So that balance of youth versus experience helps to create a really unique dynamic, I think, in meetings.
So in terms of commitment, Think Tank is a monthly meeting. It falls on a Tuesday at lunchtime, and it will depend on the level that you want to commit to. So you can be very hands-on with projects, or you can come to meetings and just provide your input. So not only is Think Tank great for your personal development within the workplace, it's also helped us to build really good relationships between the businesses we work for. You're exposed to a lot of businesses and people in these businesses that you would never normally encounter or come across. So it gives you really good opportunities to make friends as well as network and work on projects.
You can do as little or as much as you want in terms of work input. Some projects you might be more excited about, some projects you might be less excited about, and everyone has their own challenges and things going on inside and outside of work. So it really is an environment where we'd like you to come along, get involved, contribute to the meetings, and then contribute to projects as you can.
So over the next 12 months, we already have some projects planned. So our first biggest one is going to be looking at medicinal cannabis. and then later in the year we will consider sector-based projects as needed. I think one of the most exciting things for me about part of Think Tank is we are very much based on current affairs. So you can't really look forward in the year as much as we try and plan. We can't, hand on heart, decide what we're going to do because we will take projects as they arise in the year.
Yeah, sometimes people bring projects to the meetings, so we might have our own project roadmap, but sometimes members come to meetings and say, oh, have you heard of this happening? And we'll pick that up as a new project within the think tank and maybe bring off a subcommittee so that they get the opportunity to work with others and work with government, work with businesses to look at something that they're really passionate about and interested in.
So if you are interested in joining, you can find either of us on LinkedIn and send us a message if you have any further questions, or alternatively you can send an email to Chamber directly. We have a link on the Chamber website that details our profiles and the other things we get up to.
Join today.